Hey, this is Scott Lair. I hope you're having a great Monday. Clark Howard. If you haven't heard of Clark Howard, he is a consumer advocate and he's going to help you save money. And I really think he's a great guy. I've seen him in person. He was with Neil Bortz here in Jacksonville, and I think he was with Sean Hannity. And Clark gives great financial advice, like about credit cards and saving and buying a car and all that stuff. And I just watched this cruise update that Clark Howard, consumer advocate, gave. And Clark, I love you. You're a great guy. You live right down the road from me here in Florida, North Florida. But with all due respect, I disagree. Scott, what are you talking about? Well, Clark Howard says in this YouTube video that, and I'm paraphrasing, basically to save money, that if you booked your cruise a year out, that if you wait till closer to the sail date, you may be able to get a cheaper price. So basically cancel your cruise, call your travel agent, call Carnival, MSC, Virgin, cancel it. You may lose $100 and then rebook it for a cheaper price. Now, before I give you the answer why that's a bad idea, type it in the comments right now before I say it, because when I say it, there's nothing left to be said. Type in the comments, pause this, type in the comments why this is a bad idea. 3, 2, 1. Now, I'll tell you why Clark is wrong on this issue. Again, what did he say? You book your cruise a year in advance, you see a cheaper price, you cancel it, and then you rebook it. The answer, cabin location. So most frequent cruisers like myself book a year out. Why? We want J1024 cabin on the Holland America Eurodam. Why do I want J1024? Because it's several square feet larger than most other cabins on that deck. I know that cabin. I like that cabin. That cabin's not below the show lounge. That cabin's not below the galley. That cabin's not by the anchor. That cabin's not by the bow thruster. That cabin's not underneath the racing track, the running track. That's why people should book a year out, to pick the cabin you want. Now, here's the deal. I know lots of people. I have a friend of mine who books with me all the time, who says, "Hey, Scott, just get me on the ship." Cool, I'll get you on the ship, just as long as you don't come back to me after the cruise and say you enter the show lounge and YMCA at 1 a.m. Or there aren't people running on that jogging track at 6 a.m. Or you hear the carts, from the galley over your head. Or you don't hear the deck chairs being scraped across the Lido deck, or the back of the Lido deck there. So Clark, great. Fine. If it's all about the money, if it's about, saving pennies, that's great. But most of the people I know, and I've gotten to the age myself, when I go on a cruise, I want a good night's rest, right? I want a good night's sleep. I don't want to hear a bunch of noise. I'll give you a quick example. Years ago, I got a great deal last minute on the Carnival Sunshine. And it was right underneath the show lounge. And every night there was loud music, loud. And my wife was jabbing me in the ribs. "Scott, you put us in a horrible cabin. You're a travel agent. You're the cruise genius. You should, my mama knew." And so anyway, let's just say it got worked out. But the point I'm trying to say is, Clark, this is wrong. I think what you're saying is wrong on this. To book a year out or book 8 months out, and then if you see a cheaper deal somewhere, to rebook it to save a couple pennies. You're going to lose your cabin. You're going to lose your cabin. And then what's your wife going to say? Follow along for more tips. And hey, let me just say this real quick. The YouTube algorithm has changed. So please give me a comment, because that's the best way for YouTube to push this out to more people. Scott Lair, thecruisegenius.com. Like and subscribe.